find them growing in the streets of Seville. Put them in the jam and they taste just swell. Oh, clementines, sweet as can be.
Hello everybody, hello children, welcome to this online field trip. I am Sam and today we're in Valencia, which is in the east of Spain. Now we're here to learn all about a yummy, soft citrus fruit that many of us will find in the bottom of our stockings on Christmas morning. I'm talking about yummy clementines. Now the reason why we're here in this part of Spain is this area sees long hours of sunshine, which is really important for clementines to go nice and juicy and sweet. Right now we're in the middle of one of our soft fruit groves here, and this is Bernardo, who is our guide for today and in charge. Hello Bernardo.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Pleasure.
The sunshine has come out for us as well.
Yes, beautiful.
So how long have you been growing clementines for?
We've been growing clementines in this orchard for about 10 years.
Wow, and so how many would you grow, say, for in a year?
I'd say around 4 million clementines. That is 20 full trucks of clements.
That is a lot of clementines. That's great. I think you're the perfect person to guide us today. Then you're our expert. Let's find out who we have taking part on today's online field trip. Let's go over to All Saints School to meet the children. Hello, Mrs. Webb's class.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Let's go over to Moorside Primary, where Mrs. Goodman's class is taking part. Hi, children. And let's go over to Mead School, where Mr. Locklier's class is taking part. Hi, children. And finally, let's go over to Birch Grove Primary now, where we have two classes taking part, Miss Wilson and Miss Jones's class. Hello, everybody. Fantastic. It's great to have you all watching and learning with us today. Let's find out from Bernardo first what we're going to find out today. So what will we find out in the fruit grove today, Bernardo?
We'll find out what clementines are, how we grow them, and how we take them from the orchard to your local store.
Fantastic. So we're going to see the whole process, aren't we? I think that the best place to start, though, children, is to find out a little bit more about where we are. Because as I said, we're in Valencia, which is in the east of Spain. So what's so special about Valencia that makes it so good for growing clementines, Bernardo?
It's mainly long hours of sunshine, very rich soil, and a good difference between day temperatures and night temperatures.
Wow, so it's a perfect balance.
Perfect.
So have you been growing, or has clementines been grown here for a long time?
Yeah, for quite a long time. From the mid-70s, they've been grown in Spain. The actual Clement Nules was discovered in 1953 in a town called Nules, which gives the Clement Nules its name.
Oh, fantastic. And do you grow any other kind of fruit here?
Yes, we grow oranges, tangerines, satsumas.
Oh, and so everything you've just said is from the same family of fruit?
Yes, all citrus fruit.
Citrus fruit. And we have some citrus fruit here. So would you talk us through the citrus fruit that we have in front of us?
Yeah. This is an orange, is the biggest one of them. And the ones with the navel here are seedless, all of them.
Great for juicing.
Yes, good for juicing. This is a tangerine, is the biggest of the mandarins. It's difficult to peel. And it has pips, but it's very rich. This is a satsuma, is the easiest one to peel, and it's seedless most of the times. And this is the clementine, what we're looking at today. It's easy to peel, has no pips most of the times, and is very, very sweet.
Fantastic. And so they all grow here in Spain, but you don't eat all of them here, do you? Despite us eating lots of them in the UK.
Yes, actually the satsuma is a very UK fruit. We don't eat them here.
Why would that be?
I think people would like in Spain better the clementine, which is sweeter, basically.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we're already learning lots from you, Bernardo. Thank you so much. I do know that our children have been learning about clementines in their classrooms already. So I think we should go over to All Saints School now, over in Barry, where Mrs. Webb's class have a few facts about clementines to dazzle you with, Bernardo. So what do we have there, Mrs. Webb?
Clementines are a type of mandarin which are among the nation's favourite fruit.
That's a really great fact. So clementines are a type of mandarin, which is one of the nation's favourite fruits.
Yes.
Fantastic fact. So good. You've obviously been learning lots All Saints School. I'm sure all the other classes have been learning as well. Well done. Time to learn a bit more now. This is our first video, and this is all about how clementines grow.
How do clementines grow? Clementines are a soft citrus fruit, a cross between a sweet orange and a mandarin. But no one is quite sure where they first came from. One theory is that they were created in the garden of a French monk in Algeria. But there's another theory that they came from China. Wherever they came from, today they are one of the most popular small soft citrus fruits. We eat 1.4 billion Spanish clementines in the UK every winter, perhaps because they are yummy, sweet and easy to peel. And some clementines don't even have any pips. Clementines need lots of sunshine and plenty of water to grow. So they grow in hot countries, such as Spain, usually near a river or a lake. The fruit grows on trees like these, in citrus orchards, in Valencia, Spain. The trees are evergreen, which means that they never lose their leaves. Clementine trees aren't usually grown from a seed. Instead, they are created by taking cuttings with buds from parent trees, which are grown in a plant nursery. When the time is right, the cuttings attach to an established plant in the orchards. It's very common for all kinds of fruit trees to be grown this way. It takes 3 or 4 years for a clementine tree to grow large enough to be able to produce fruit that can be eaten. In the spring, the mature trees blossom with lots of pretty flowers. The flowers are pollinated, and after they die, the fruit begins to form. To start with, the clementines are green, and you could eat them like this. But the longer they stay on the tree, with the warm sunshine and cool breezy nights, the more orange they look and the sweeter they taste. It takes up to 9 months for the fruit to be ripe and ready for harvest. In Spain, clementines are ready for picking from September to February, depending on the variety, and like all citrus fruits, they are harvested by hand. In this grove, they pick 10 tons of clementines every day. That's the same weight as 2 female African elephants. Next, the fruit is taken from the citrus orchards to the pack house. Then, the clementines are checked for quality on this machine. They are then carefully packaged into nets and then crates before being packed onto lorries. The chilled lorries take the crates of clementines from the pack house in Spain to the UK. The lorries keep the fruit at between 4 and 8 degrees Celsius to keep them fresh. It takes up to 3 days for them to reach the UK from the pack house in Spain, travelling through France and crossing the Channel on a ferry. They are then taken to stores across the country for you to buy and take home for a tasty, healthy snack.
So now you know more about how clementines grow. We've moved further into the orchard now because you can see we're surrounded by gorgeous clementines hanging off the tree. What a great video though, Bernardo. I learned so much. One of the amazing facts was I thought you could just plant a seed and then a tree would grow. You don't. It's quite hard work, isn't it? You have to graft a cutting onto a different root.
Yes.
How does that happen?
Well, what you actually do is take a cutting. This is not actual rootstock, but it would be something like this, and you separate the bark from the rest of a tree, and then you insert the cutting, and then you tape it all together. And say after 4 or 5 months, it will start growing and growing, and you'll be able to cut the rest of the rootstock. You can see the difference between the leaves in the rootstock and the actual variety that we grow in here.
That is amazing. So this is a completely separate tree to start with. It was
It
a
is.
separate thing. And why couldn't you just use the stalk that just comes out of there to grow clementines?
Yeah, the fruit, the rootstock bear is not edible, is sour fruit, so it's not meant to be eaten. And then on the other hand, the clementines, you can't grow them on the soil because they wouldn't grow. They're not compatible with the soils.
Wow, so it's a very, very clever process. So how long would it take from grafting a cutting onto the root to it being a tree to bearing fruit?
If they bring it from a nursery like this, it could take up to 7 years to have full production.
Wow, fantastic. So when then the fruits start, I mean, I found myself some lovely little baby fruits here. So we've got the tiniest little clementine there.
Yeah.
And then how long would it take from the tiny one to that one?
Yeah, but around 3 months you will get from here to here, and then in another 2 or 3 months to have the actual size.
Wow, and we've got plenty on this tree. So can we take a closer look?
Yes.
So how would you know that this is ready to be picked now?
Well, unlike one would think, is not the color what tells you the fruit is ready or not. You have to actually taste it. It might be green and it could be absolutely fine inside, and it might be deep orange and not be ready.
Oh,
so
wow.
basically, you need to cut quite a few in a tree, taste them, and make sure they're okay.
Oh, I thought if they were orange, that would be the indication. Oh, clever things. So would you just pull them off the tree when they're ready?
No, I think if you do that, what will happen is you'll damage the fruit. You actually need clippers in order to harvest it and not damage it, so it gets to the supermarket in perfect condition.
Okay, yeah, I would just pull it off like that because I'm a bull in a china shop and I would probably damage it.
Yeah.
Although I probably would eat it straight away as well. Now I can hear lots of clipping going on in the background, so we have some cutters behind us.
Yes.
Hello. Hi. So it's a hands-on job. So you have cutters coming along, taking all of the clementines off.
All the picking in citrus is done by people. Yeah.
Okay. So how long would it take to harvest the whole crop of clementines in this orchard then?
Yeah, between a month and a half, 2 months, it will all be harvested by a crew of 12, 15 people.
Great. So it's just a matter of using the clippers and then popping it into a basket and then sending the baskets off. So how many clementines would you get in this orchard?
Around 4 million. Again, 20 full trucks. Yeah, that's a lot of clementines.
That is, but as we said, we do like them in the UK, so we're really glad that you go to all this trouble, Bernardo. Okay, I'm asking you lots of questions. I have a feeling that our schools will have some questions, so are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go over to All Saints School. Again, Mrs. Webb's class, do you have any questions for Bernardo?
What is the best temperature to grow clementines?
That's a really good question. What is the best temperature to grow a clementine, Bernardo?
Yeah, it needs to be frost-free area, so it can't be below 0. It needs to be between 5 at night, the lowest, and around 25 during the day. That's the best temperature to grow clementines.
Okay, so not in the UK.
No,
There's plenty
I'm
of frost
afraid
over
not.
there at the moment. Great question. Let's get another question.
Do clementines only grow in Spain?
Really good question. Do clementines